How did you and this young man meet?
I met him at a nudist camp.
You met at a nudist camp?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of things you don't know. My father says I can't go, so I went. And there was this guy that greeted us at the gate, and his name was Danny Berish.
But you were engaged at this point, and your fiancé, what was he doing?
Well, he was home.
My grandmother passed away a few years ago. I found out that she had met my grandfather at a nudist club. What? You know, like, that's crazy. I would never consider myself to be any form of naturist. I like clothes, but, you know, my family has a history of being naked. I was definitely curious about that lifestyle and how that played a role in their relationship because, like, if not for nudism and naturism, I wouldn't be here today. Luckily for me, Canada's oldest nudist club is right here in Vancouver, BC.
I don't know where the nudists actually are. I know they're up here somewhere.
I've been stopped by just total random people that it's pretty obvious they're not from here. They're like, excuse me, do you know where the Van Tan Club is?
Do you guys know how to get to the Van Tan Club?
Yeah. You gotta take all your clothes off.
Last month I saw a limousine going up.
No way.
A limousine?
Yeah.
Hello. Just no service. No shoes, no shirt, no service. Huzzah! Hello?
The first thing that you notice about this place is just how quiet and peaceful it is up here. It's like a little hidden secret garden. Blink, and you'd miss it.
Hey, man, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm Daniel. Welcome to Van Tan.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
One wonders how your grandma found out about the naturist movement. There might have been a club or a camp nearby. I mean, Van Tan, it's a bit of an enigma, but few people ever muster up the curiosity or courage to come and visit. I think when most people first come up here, they go, wow, look at this place.
It's just, it ticks every single box.
Up high elevation and excellent view, that's I've never seen before. That's really adds to it.
First time I came into this place, wow, I said, in Chinese, there's a word called 世外桃源.
I wanted an intentional community. I wanted naturism, obviously.
The difference between naturism and nudism is the connection with nature. Naturism is not going to be sexualized. It's a family-friendly place.
Did the naturists ever have a secret handshake? They may have. Think of in 1939, what an undertaking it would be to put together a club. In those days, it was cryptic text classifieds in the backs of magazines and newspapers, using words like gymnosophical. To my knowledge, the history of naturism was started in Germany over 100 years ago. And people wanted something that they could do that was not politically controllable. You've got hipsters, you had punks, you had hippies, beatniks, and before them all were naturists.
This seems like a really dangerous activity to do while naked.
Yeah.
Who's Dick?
He's not around here anymore. I don't know. And hopefully, the wood falls in the bin.
What do you guys use this wood for?
We use the wood for our wood-fired sauna and the wood-fired hot tub. I've known about this place for many years. Basically got serious about it 40 years ago. Yeah, it is 40 years ago, isn't it? Jeez. Yum. Oh, nudists down there. What do they do? If we go in there, what will happen to us? Will they consume us or drag us off into the forest or something?
What do I like to do? I like to garden.
Last year or the year before, we did have nude karaoke.
Sometimes I come here after sauna, maybe 5-10 minutes, and jump to the cold water.
The old term nudist colony that none of us like because it's not a colony, it's a group of normal people.
What kind of process do you have to go through to become a member here?
To become a member, you have to have minimum 3 visits. And after that, after you do the formal application, the club members vote. Then for 1 year, you have to wait and have to prove yourself that you're no trouble to the club. Then you're a full-fledged member.
We're just like ordinary people that like to run around without clothes on because it's about freedom.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful. As a naturist newbie, is there an unspoken kind of etiquette?
Respect everybody. For example, don't take a photo of anybody without asking them if they mind if you do it. You're just living your normal life without clothes.
There's no rule book, but you need to have here is a towel.
Absolutely, yes. If you're not wearing clothes, of course, you need your towel.
What's your laundry load like?
When I'm up here, there isn't a laundry load, except for towels.
Do I have to have a perfect body to come up here?
Sorry. Does anybody have a perfect body?
If a man gets excited, sees something that, gets him aroused.
Well, as you know, I've been a member here for 42 years.
And you've seen it all?
I haven't seen that happen once.
As you know, my grandparents met at a naturist club in Quebec. And so, obviously I'm interested in seeing how that lifestyle played a part in their relationship. Mm-hmm. What's the best way to kind of, dipping your toes in the waters of naturism?
It's your individual choice, I think. If you're really interested in learning about naturism, then you make the step to make it happen.
Kristen really reminded me of my grandmother in a sense that she's a firecracker. She doesn't care about what other people think. She's been a nudist for like 80 years. And my grandmother and I were pretty close. She was a young grandma. She took us snorkeling and taught us to eat fried catfish with beer. She was just like a woman full of life. And she didn't give a shit about what other people said. And I wanted to emulate her.
How did you hear about this camp?
I don't know how did I hear about it. A little birdie told me.
And so Izzy greeted you and he said what?
I said, hello. And he gave me 2 towels and a candle. And he showed me where my bunk was, and that's where it was.
What was the first thing that kind of struck you as like, oh,
I liked him.
I like this guy? What was it? A sense of humor? Was it his look? Was it?
I liked him, period.
What was your romance like? Did you guys just?
The romance was very hot and heavy. You want me to give you the details? I'll give you the details.
No thanks, Grandma. Enough said.
Is my head straight?
That looks pretty good.
No, head. Okay. I don't have the thing to measure against, so.
Yeah. Did you guys know each other before?
We knew each other from before, yes.
Okay.
Everybody thinks we are more than just friends, not just friends.
How do you guys know each other?
We met in a dance school.
Do you guys tango dance up here?
They don't allow loud music. And I don't think we would want to. I haven't seen that before. People come here to relax in a way they don't do much.
What is the Chinese culture, their idea about being naked?
Most Chinese won't accept this kind of idea. Even I talk to my friend, I have to be careful who I can talk about this. Because they thinking other way. They thinking this is not good in Chinese way. But once I try this, I really enjoy it. So just a natural things. people's body, just natural things.
Why is taking off your clothes is so much of a bigger deal here than it is all over the world?
Hard to say. Nudism is very common in Scandinavia. From Finland all the way down to throughout southern Germany, it's normal. There is no laws against public nudity. And it's a lot colder in those countries, a lot less sun. I'm not a psychologist.
Naturism to me is like a sacred practice. Being in my body, I can actually hear what it's asking of me, whereas usually I'm up in my head with an agenda and my body does not get a look in at all. So by actually being naked, you get in your body, and being in your body helps you hone your gut. If you feel shameful of your body or don't think you measure up, this is exactly what you need, you know? This is the natural medicine. And to be perfectly honest, I see naturism as a radical act of self-acceptance.
Just like everyone else, I have things about my body that I do not like. So the idea of taking off my clothes in front of complete strangers, that's when the stakes got a little bit higher.
When in Frome, I'll start with my shoes. That feels nice. I guess I won't need my phone. There's nowhere to put my phone. You can do this. You can do this. Here we go. It's actually not so bad. Feeling the wind in places I haven't felt the wind in before. Yeah, I'll get used to this. All right, let's do this. All right, now let's just talk about something mundane, like flowers.
Go away.
And what are these called?
This is a sunflower.
This is a type of sunflower. Sorry, what are those? That's not a type of sunflower.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that.
After the first 5 minutes goes by, you're like, okay, I think I can do this. This is fine.
There's another one over there, I think is echinacea.
Oh, yeah?
Echinacea sort of looks like that.
Yeah, you're right. It does look like echinacea.
You're keeping direct eye contact with people. I kind of think of like a naturist club as like, it's almost like being on a ski mountain. When everyone else is in ski gear, everyone's got the same kind of body shape. And that's the exact same way in nudist club. It's like everyone's got like the same shape. You're just looking at faces and eyes and you're out in nature. It's the great like, equalizer, right? Like everyone's the same.
Whew, well, that was a nice little bit of sun that we had for all of 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, but yeah, it's one of those days.
Yeah.
This is a completely unfiltered approach to life. It's really just a next level of comfort with yourself.
I believe people are just so conditioned to the textile world, again, the clothes. The problem is social media is teaching us to be sexy, right? I mean, duck lips, and women are plumping up their breasts and jeans with fake tushies in them and, just altering our bodies to what we are supposed to believe that is beautiful. We all have funny bodies. We all have lumps and bumps, stretch marks, and beautiful parts of us, but we're covered up. So naturism, again, is so scary because it's breaking down all of that stuff, and you can't hide anything in naturism.
You know, the one thing that I'm feeling right now is that, like, there is no judgment up here. There is no one looking at my body, and I'm not seeing any darting eyes. Everyone's there for their own reasons.
The moment before you decide to take your clothes off
Right.
is the biggest step.
Yes, and I just did that up at the bluff over there. And it is, I think, like, I'm getting used to it. But for the first time, when you take off your clothes and you're in front of other people, it's very liberating.
But you've never had so much eye contact.
Exactly.
You get back into your clothes, you go back down the mountain, and you come back to your regular life. And you're walking around all these people on the street, and you're like, in your head, you're thinking, I was naked just like a half an hour ago. And I'm walking around, and I'm feeling like, oh, I'm feeling really good in my body right now. I'm feeling really good. So I think that's that there was a buzz, there was an energy that first time, that when I got back to normal civilization, or when I got back to the city, I just felt like really, really just good in my body. You know, I think that's what naturism is all about.
People told you should be this way, this way, this way, then we completely forgot it, what is nature is. And you have to follow social rules. And you forgot it, all the natural things. And then you think, when you think of people's body, then you think of something else. Not that way. And you feel easily to make friends. You know, when you're naked, you easily make friends.
When you meet someone up here, you're really kind of discovering who they are on the inside. It has nothing to do with the outside, and it's about freedom. Like I 100% think that meeting in a place like Van Tan made a huge impact on my grandparents' relationship.
The freedom that comes from exposing yourself, you'll find that you end up connecting soul to soul and not body to body, because that stripping bare brings you down to who you are inside.
Never had a fight. How's that possible?
Never had a fight. I used to think there was something wrong with us.
Were you guys in love?
We were madly in love. Absolutely madly in love.
I can tell.
We did everything together, and we had a good time. And that's what made my whole life.
This weekend was truly eye-opening. There is no mystery behind why my grandparents fell madly in love in a place like this. After all, naturism is no longer nude to me.
Anyway, I'm going back there.
Okay, Grandma, I love you.
Goodbye.
Are you supposed to wear shoes in a sauna? I don't think so.
I'd rather be nude.
How many butts have been in this sauna?
Hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds.
Anybody, any famous people ever take a sauna in here?
Larry's pretty famous.
That's the guy with the limousine.
Yeah.